So this is officially, as of yesterday, March 1st. It's the last month that I get to be an undergrad student at UBC. And, over the past months or a couple weeks, everyone I run into, they're like, oh, so when are you graduating? Oh, you're graduating in May. Me too. Like, what are you doing? And there's so much like anxiety and so much excitement around the whole deal. And my advisor says that there's kind of two groups of students. There's one that's like super ready to just leave and they can't wait to graduate and live life. And then there's other that's just apprehensive and like, I love UBC, I don't want to leave. And I think I'm more the latter than the former. But at the same time, I think, I don't know, like when people ask me like, oh, are you excited? It's kind of like this mixed answer where I'm like, well, I don't know, like it's, there's obviously maybe like some anxiety or like, oh, I don't know exactly what I want to do. But at the same time, I think that unknown and uncertainty is also exhilarating, right? Like, part of life is that you don't know, and it's kind of like a present where it's wrapped up, a Christmas, really beautifully wrapped up Christmas present, and you're just opening bit by bit, and you're kind of guessing like what it is, and the fun is not knowing. And it's also kind of like an empty journal, and you get to write whatever you want, and no one really can say if it's wrong or whatever. And sometimes what you write is not your best, and sometimes it is, but it's just that you get this new book and you get to write whatever you want. So that uncertainty that comes at graduation, I'm excited. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'm excited to see what I can do now. And then on the other hand, I also love being a student, and I don't apprehend writing exams or papers. I'm like, wow, it's such a privilege getting to do this and getting to be here, and I love campus. I just love it. And I think that, instead of being apprehensive or super excited to get out of here, I think I'm just more like accepting that graduation is a fact of life. Like whether I like it or not, I'm graduating in May. I'm gonna get my degree as an international relations and French student, and there's nothing you can do about it. And I think a couple years later, or even a couple months later, I might look back at this time, and I know that I'll look back at it fondly, but I don't want to be in a position where I wish I could go back, because I think a lot of people say that, oh, as an undergrad student, like that's the best time in your life, and it's only gonna get harder from here. And I don't know if I believe that. I think that life should only get better. It's different, and that you go through different seasons, but there's no reason why the best part of my life is already is past, or I only have a month left of it. That just blows my mind. So I don't want to look back wishing I could come back to this time, because I want to know that, hey, I actually gave it my all right to the last second, right to the last minute, and I got the most out of it, and that I have no regrets. And so instead of being afraid and worried about what comes next and wishing I could turn back time, like how Hermione has a time turner, I think that'd be cool, because if I did, I would take a million classes. I think it's just important for me to soak it up all in right now, because life is made of all those little moments every day, minute by minute, hour by hour. So this last month, I'm just going to appreciate those minutes and those seconds. And someone once told me that, if you're having a 3-course meal and you have a really, really, really amazing appetizer, really amazing entree, but then the dessert comes in, it's sucky, you'll remember the meal more based on the dessert and how bad it was. But if you have like an amazing dessert after a mediocre entree and a mediocre appetizer, you'll remember that dessert too. So I think that for me, this last month is like that last bite of this amazing, tiramisu or like lava cake with ice cream, and I just want to savor and relish in it. And like, I don't want to have regrets I didn't finish strong. So whether that's as a student, as a friend, as a community leader, whatever it is. So every day I just decided that I wanted to vlog about my experience in my last month as an undergraduate student at UBC, and I might share my favorite places on campus, some past memories, new memories, nuggets of wisdom or inspiration as I'm reflecting on this time. Like I just find that the past couple months and weeks and days has just been so much reflection, and I want to challenge myself to share that, and hopefully, well, the purpose is really to commemorate this last stretch in a personal way, and also to spark joy in others who might be going through the same thing, or who might be graduating. Well, everyone's going to be well, at least I guess my peers are all going to be graduating sometime soon in the next 4 years. So hopefully that I'll get to start during your journey and help you like make somehow inspire you to make the most out of this time and not be worried about the future and just really be present now. Yeah, I want to be able to look back at this experience with sense of peace and joy. And so